everybody and welcome back to the Blossom Crochet tutorial channel. My name is Rebecca and in this tutorial I will be showing you how to do this beautiful mini V-stitch. So it's a nice close and closed stitch, but you do still get some gaps in it, as you can see, but it is just a really nice more closed version of the traditional V-stitch, which I will just show you very quickly. So this is a traditional V-stitch one, and you can see the holes in this are much bigger and much more noticeable, but I just wanted you to be able to see the difference in the stitch. So that is a normal V-stitch. So it's a beautifully simple pattern, and I will give you some tips about how to get these perfectly straight edges. If you can see there, I've got nice beautiful straight edges, and also I will let you know how to change colour, of course. But if this is your first time watching one of my tutorials, then please do like and subscribe so that you don't miss out on all of my weekly videos. But let's just jump straight in for the mini V-stitch. So for the tutorial I'm going to be using this Knitting Essentials DK, and this is simply called Bright Pink, and this is just from a UK shop called Poundland, and I just liked the look of the colours in it. So anyway, let's just crack on. You can use absolutely any yarn and any size hook, so just use whatever is recommended on the label of your selected yarn. So as always, we're going to start off with our slip knot on our hook. And for this mini V-stitch, we are going to start with a foundation row, and this foundation row can be as long as you want, but just make sure that it is an even number, so multiple of 2 basically. So as long as it's an even number, and remember the chain that you'll be doing will be the width of your project, not the length. So yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through, and you're just going to create your foundation row as a multiple of 2. So if you want to do that now, so here is my foundation chain. So we're going to work back along our foundation row now, and we're going to be doing half trebles for the entirety of this project. So remember, this is half treble in UK terms. In the US, this is your half double crochet. So we are going to do, so for these mini V-stitches, it will always be half treble, chain 1, half treble into the same stitch. So it's very, very simple. So we're going to be working first and foremost into the 4th chain from the hook. So you never count this loop here. We start 1, 2, 3, and 4, and in this 4th chain you're going to do a half treble. So yarn over, insert into that 4th chain, yarn over and pull up, and you'll have 3 loops on that hook, and you're going to yarn over and pull through all of those loops, and that is a half treble. Chain 1, and then back into that very same chain that you've just been working into, you'll do another half treble. So yarn over, insert in that same stitch, yarn over and pull up, and again yarn over, pull through all 3 loops, and that has created your first little mini V just here. You're going to skip 1 chain on your foundation row, so you'll skip this next chain and then a half treble V-stitch into the next. So again, I'll just do this next one with you. Yarn over and insert, yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops, chain 1, and again back into that same chain space, 1 more half treble, yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through all 3. And then again you're going to continue that all the way along, so skip 1 chain and then half treble V-stitch in the next, skip 1, V-stitch, skip one, V-stitch, and you're going to do that all the way along, and then I will meet you when you get to your last 2 chains. So I've worked that all the way across now, and I've got 2 chains left here at the end. We're going to skip one as normal, but into this very end one we are just going to put 1 half treble crochet into that very final stitch. And that is your foundation row all set up now. So now we're going to turn our work around, and then this row now, so row 2 that we're doing now, is the row that you will repeat over and over again. So it is an extremely easy 1 row repeat pattern. So I don't particularly like chaining at the start of my new rows anymore because I don't like the gap that you get. So I personally like to do my starting stitch this way, but if you prefer, chain 2 and just leave it at that. But I'm going to insert my hook, whoops. So you've got, let me just move that working end, so you can see we've got all of our stitches along here, but into this very first stitch here, so where I've got my working end right now, I'm going to, you just need to move that working end a little, insert into that stitch, making sure you've got the whole of the stitch, yarn over and pull up. You'll have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through both, and then you can see you've got 2 vertical sections now to the side of this stitch. You're going to go behind the one that's closest to your working end, yarn over and pull up, again 2 loops, yarn over, pull through both, and that just gives us a taller stitch but without having the gap that the chain 2 would create. So it's personal preference. And at this point it might be worth, if you're not sure on keeping your edges straight, just to pop a little stitch marker into the top of that stitch that you've just created here, and then when you work back along for your next row you will know exactly where that final stitch needs to be placed. But for now we're just going to move straight on. So you can see here now we've got our V-stitch from the last time, so we've got 2 half trebles with a chain 1 in the middle, so that chain 1 is the space that you will work your stitches into each time. So into that chain 1 space you're going to put your next half treble V-stitch, so yarn over, insert into your chain 1 space, yarn over and pull up and do your half treble, chain 1, and again back into that chain 1 space you'll put your next half treble, and then again look for your next 2 trebles for your V, and your chain 1 space you will do your next V-stitch, chain 1 and half treble, and again look for your next V and work into the chain 1 space. So you're going to complete that all the way along, and then when you get to the other end I will meet you in just a tick and we will finish off. Okay, I'm just getting towards the other end again now, so I've stopped at this point so that you can see how to finish off. So I've got 1 more V-stitch here to work into. You can see I've got my half trebles and my chain 1 space. So I will do a V-stitch into that space, and the half treble again, and then you can see we've got this funny little dogleg bit here, and you can see the top of the treble that we did on the previous row. If I just take my hook out for 1 second, you can see here that there is the top of the treble stitch from the previous row. So we don't want to work into that one, we want to work into the chains at the side of that stitch. So you're going to do a half treble, so you're going to yarn over, insert into the chains at the side, not into the top of that treble, and then complete your half treble, and that will just give you that nice straight edge that you see there. So that is the row that you will repeat. But just bear in mind at this point, if you wanted to do the stripes like in the original V-stitch blanket that I showed you at the beginning of the video, if you want to change colour, you would do it on that final stitch. So I've just undone that there, just so that I can demo to you how you would do that. So you would yarn over, so on your last stitch, insert and yarn over and pull up. You would stop with your 3 loops on your hook. And excuse the contrasting colour here, but I was just literally grabbing some scraps. And then you would grab your new colour, pull it through all of those loops, chain 1, but that wouldn't count as a stitch. You would simply chain 1 and then turn your work and you're ready to start again. So that was just to very quickly demo to you the colour change. But I will just briefly show you now one more time how you will start off each and every row. So let me just do that final stitch again. So you will turn and into your very first stitch here where you've got your working end of yarn, you will insert your hook through the whole of the stitch, making sure to get the V, yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through both, and then the vertical part of the stitch again, closest to your working end, yarn over and pull up, and yarn over, pull through both. And then again you're ready to work into your chain 1 spaces and create new V-stitches in every single chain 1 stitch across, and then finish off at the other end. So as I said, I will show you one final time finishing off your row. I've just completed my final mini V-stitch into the V-stitch from the previous row, and then we've got that funny stitch from the beginning of the last row. So again, if you've popped a stitch marker in, you will easily be able to see where you need to put it. So it almost looks like we've got 2 stitches here, but this one here is the one that is the top of that treble. So you don't want to be working into that one, it is the next one along, and you will do your half treble. So if you've done the fat little stitches that I showed you, then you will be able to work through a whole of a stitch. However, if you've chained 2, then just work through the top of the chain 2. So you'll finish with 1 half treble on its own. So you can see now how it is going to work up, and you're just going to repeat the row over and over again until your project is as long as you require it to be. But I really do hope that you've enjoyed this new tutorial on the mini V-stitch, and stay tuned right to the end because YouTube will have a suggestion on a video of mine that you might like to watch, and there is also a video that I have specifically chosen to pop a link to at the end if you're interested for borders and things. But that is it for this one, and I will see you again very soon. Bye for now.